What is application assistance? BC Arts Council, or BCAC, knows that people who are deaf or disabled experience barriers in our grants. The Application Assistance Program pays for support to help you make your application. BCAC will provide money for a support person or a sign language interpreter to work with you. What can I use application assistance for? You can request application assistance for 3 different types of services. 1. Help registering in the online system. 2. Help making a grant application. And 3. Help completing a report for a grant you have received. How much money will application assistance pay for a service provider? The rate of pay for an interpreter is different than for a support person. The amount of money is also different for each of the 3 services. The amount of pay is also different for different grants. BCAC will pay up to a maximum amount per service, which are 1. For help registering in the online system, $150 for either a support person or interpreter. 2. For help making a grant application, professional development grants are $400 for a support person or $600 for an interpreter. All other grants are $700 for a support person or $1,200 for an interpreter. 3. For help with a report or update, $250 for a support person or $400 for an interpreter. The amount of money provided by BCAC may not pay for all of the support or interpretation that is needed. You should discuss your needs and the costs with your service provider before you start the work. BCAC will not pay more than the maximum amounts. You must request and get approved for application assistance before starting the work. You must choose your own support person or interpreter. BC Arts Council staff cannot help with grant writing and cannot recommend anyone to help you. Can I submit a grant or report in sign language? All grants and reports must be in written English. Certain questions can be submitted in ASL. These will also need to be translated into written English. How do I request application assistance? Contact an Accessibility Coordinator at BC Arts Council to request application assistance. You can use video relay service or ask them to hire an interpreter and schedule a chat if you are deaf. For the application assistance request, you will need to provide 1. The type of service or name of the grant you want to apply to. 2. A short summary of the project or activity you want to do. 3. A short description of what you need help with. For example, help with American Sign Language to English translation. 4. A list of your experiences that includes A. Any education, training, or mentorship in your artistic practice you have completed. B. Any previous exhibitions, productions, or work, professional or volunteer, in your artistic practice. C. Include dates, name of organizations, people involved, and make a note if you were paid for your work. And lastly, the name and email address of the support person or interpreter you want to help you. When will I know if my request is approved? The Accessibility Coordinator will fill out a form and submit it for approval. This usually takes a few days. You will receive an email if you are approved for application assistance. The email will be sent to you and your service provider at the same time. The email will tell you the maximum amount of money available and how your service provider can get paid. BCAC will pay your service provider after you submit the grant or report or registration. Is application assistance support kept confidential? If you request application assistance support, it will be confidential. It will not be shared with assessment panels reading your grant application. How do I contact the BCAC Accessibility Coordinator? Call or email the Accessibility Coordinator as soon as you want application assistance. Make sure you don't run out of time to apply. You can ask any questions at any time. They are here to help. Contact information for the Accessibility Coordinators is on our website, bcartscouncil.ca/accessibility. You can also phone 250-356-1718 or email bcartscouncil@gov.bc.ca. BCAC staff will direct your call or email an accessibility coordinator.